is.
You know what? Can we all have a moment of silence for that?
Right. You got to have a moment of silence for the fact that you just destroyed.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So for those of you who don't know Porshea, if you don't know Porshea, I think you've been under a rock, but girl, those of you that don't know Porshea and Jarrod are dear friends of ours. They are rock stars. They are presidential diamonds. You guys hit presidential like really quick too.
60 days.
60 days, y'all. 60 days. She's amazing. Her other half is amazing. But tonight's not about Jarrod. We're leaving Jarrod out of this tonight. Tonight we want to talk about Porshea. We got Mike down with the baby. We don't have Jarrod in here. This is about the girls tonight.
Yeah, he's at kickboxing.
Oh, nice. He's shredding some fat too. He's going to have a moment of silence.
Right.
So we just want to thank you. So just to recap, this group is 17 different leaders in the company came together with all their teams. We did some qualifications and had people, join this push group. So, the whole one team, one mission, it's been a really awesome group. And we've had, a handful of guest speakers like yourself and Amber Parker. And everyone was so excited for you to come on here. I have some questions. So if you want to, I don't know if you want to share just a few minutes about yourself, if there's anything you want to share, and then I can ask the questions, or I can jump into the questions.
Let's jump in so we can get what we can in with the time we have.
Perfect. Okay, great. So question number one is, how do you keep up the momentum without getting burned out?
You don't.
I like it.
You wanted something deep?
We do.
You have to clap 3 times. Like, you got to clap 3 times and spin around. No, you don't. You will burn out, okay? You just have to, what you have to do is, when that happens, because it is going to happen, you need to pay attention to it, recognize it, and go ahead and give yourself that time, period. My husband and I are, like, we always said, there's no such thing as an it works emergency, okay? Whatever is happening, it's gonna work itself out. It always does, right? Because that's just the way things flow. I think a lot of times we get ourselves more worked up than the situation is worked up. Like we're so much bigger and so much more elevated than what the actual situation is. We've all gone through things, right? And come out on the other side and be like, actually, that wasn't that bad. So it happens all the time. So it's like human nature. It's like our default setting is to panic, is to get stressed out, is to get worried, is to, just weigh yourself down and try to force something to happen. Listen, if where there's God, there's flow. Where there's favor, there's flow. If it's not flowing, then boom, map it out for next month. Like, that's it. You can't force things to happen, because if you force it, then you set yourself up for anxiety. You set yourself up for the burn, for the crash, for all of that. Momentum is gradually gained. It's the easiest thing to lose, but it's the hardest thing to gain, because it's a gradual thing. There are so many moving parts that a lot of people miss in this profession that create success for people. So that's why you'll see some people, they'll go to other companies or do other things and they'll just fall flat, because they thought they created all of their success. There are a lot of moving parts to making something happen, period. You cannot miss those intrinsic values that the culture, the system, the shipping, the handling, and just all those things that you don't see because you're so focused on your group and what you're doing. There are a lot of other moving parts taking place that you have no control over, period. And so when you are in an environment like this, you got a lot of A-type personality people, a lot of reds, a lot of self-starters, a lot of go-getters and aggressive people. It's easy to try to make something happen. I'm going to force it to happen. Well, guess what? If you force something to happen, you're going to have to try to force to maintain it. And that is going to burn you out. It's going to burn you out. So if you get to that point where you tapped out and you've done all that you can do, then that's enough. It's a tough pill to swallow. Especially since you got a lot of people, you know, whether it's your senior business partners, your upline, and you see people winning cross line, and you know, comparison is a thief of joy. So you're like, well, they're moving fast. You don't know all the inner workings as to what created that. Like, yeah, we went presidential in 60 days, but this is 2019. Y'all missed chapter 2012. Like, there's so many moving parts to make something like that happen, to build that momentum. This is 10,000 hours of persistent and consistent work. In order to build that, you don't do it overnight. It's night after night. So when you get to that point where you have hit that wall and you've done your self-check to make sure you're not doing your default setting stuff that sabotages your business, you know, making sure you ain't participating in your problem, okay? Because you are the common denominator in every problem you have. You're always there, right? So make sure you've done your part. Make sure you hadn't done nothing stupid. And if you've done your part, you haven't did anything crazy, then, and you still aren't where you want to be, and you can't make it happen, then just rest so you can reset. Because at that point, you're running on fumes. Like the gas light is on. And you're like, I know my car. I got 15 more miles. And then your car was like, I thought you knew me. You got 2 more miles.
Oh my God, girl, that's truth. That is so good. That is so right. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's, you know, and we've known Jarrod and Porshea for a long time. So, you know, we've seen them go through, like she's saying, it's the behind the scenes stuff. So, and that's one thing that they just always, they do. They take a pause. They always stay positive. That's one thing that we love about you guys.
I refuse to let someone else's expectations stress me out.
That's great. That's a great line, guys.
I don't care what you expect.
Right?
Or what you want me to do. You're not going to stress me out. Because if we're honest, that contributes a lot to our stress. Perceptions and opinions of other people and other things. You got to let that go.
I love that. No, that's good. See, this is why we brought you on here.
No.
This is what we needed. This is what we were missing. All right, so we're going to jump into the next question. You'll like this one. How do you get so many people to have home parties?
That's how we've never built any other way. When we started, Facebook wasn't doing any of this. Like when we got started in network marketing, we were MySpace days. So we had no choice but to learn and for me, it's the foundation for the profession. If you're not learning how to build face-to-face, you're missing out. You're missing out on the development of you. The person that you become by doing that, hands down, you can go anywhere, case in point, Jarrod and Porshea Wilkins, and put up some numbers.
Amen.
It worse could be selling healthy toothpicks. We would have still knocked out presidential in our first 60 days. Has nothing to do with the product, has everything to do with what we developed ourselves into. Our whole focus is leadership development and deployment. So you don't have another option to build your business but face-to-face, belly-to-belly. And as a result, it forces people out of their comfort zone. Because if you told me you want to earn 10 grand a month, you're not going to get there by being afraid. And
True.
it's more, for us, it's been more effective to build face-to-face. So what you got to do is you got to show people the value in doing so. So you mean to tell me you can invite people to your home for a wedding and y'all divorce 2 years later? You can invite people to your home for a baby shower and your child won't listen to you now that she's 10. Okay. You can invite people over to your home for a barbecue. Yeah, that little precious child that you spend all that money on that baby shower won't clean up their room. You invite people over for a barbecue. You invite people over for cookouts, birthday parties. You have no problem calling somebody and saying, hey, come to my house. I'm having an event. I'd love to have you here. But when it comes to your business, all of a sudden you scared to have some people over your house. Like what lie are you believing? So you don't fail in life because of the lies that were told to you. You fell in life because of the truth that was told to you that you chose not to believe. The truth is you can do it. It's not difficult. So when a new person gets started in our organization, our system of building is right there on the spot. Like, you're not leaving my presence until you get your LCs. It does not take you 30 days to get your loyal customers. Absolutely not. 30 seconds, 30 minutes. Why? Their energy is up. Their excitement is up. I'm right here in front of you. So their confidence is up. They feel it's like having a spotter in the gym. If you're on those last 3 reps, you know you got to push them out, and you get like halfway there, and you, even though they're not touching the bar, just having their finger underneath it makes you think that they're doing something. That's what it's like being belly to belly. That's what it's like being face to face. So now you just got started. I told you to pull out your phone, call your mama, your cousin, your sister, and your brother. They're going to be your customers. What am I going to say? You're going to repeat to them what I'm telling you right now. And if they have any questions, give the phone to me. That's it. And so guess what? So they get started. I'm like, okay, now you're going to book out 4 sip and shares. The least busiest day of the week. I don't ask them what their calendar looks like because they're going to tell me how busy they are. What's the least busiest day of the week for you? Thursdays. Great. We're going to book out all 4 Thursdays this month, an hour from 7 to 8 o'clock. I'm going to come to your home, or I'm going to schedule a Zoom. Okay. And I'm going to share with your guests the information of It Works on your behalf. All you got to do is get them there. Can you do that? Well, what am I going to say? No problem. Here's the script. Here's what you say. I'm in the process. I haven't had a chance to share this with you but I'm in the process of launching a major project with some very successful business people in the health and wellness profession. And if nothing else, I'd love for you to hear what I'm doing, why we're doing it, and I would love to get your feedback on the concept. People love to tell you what they think. They love to give their feedback. So they're not getting on for you to sell them anything. They're just getting on for them to give you their feedback. And the feedback is going to be how I get started. They just don't know that yet. So you call them. Let's say I'm calling you, Brandy. Hey, Brandy, how's it going? Role play with me.
Hey, girl, it's good. What's going on?
Not much. Hey, listen, is this a good time for you to talk?
Well, I mean, the kids are kind of crazy, but I got a minute.
Okay, perfect. That's all I have too. So listen, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this yet, but I'm getting ready to launch a pretty big project, something I've never done before. What's your schedule look like Thursday around 7 o'clock?
Girl, well, Thursdays are okay for me.
Okay.
I'm pretty busy.
Okay,
right
awesome.
Now. What's up?
Well, can you block out about an hour for me?
I mean, for you, girl, sure.
Awesome. I love that. So listen, I haven't had a chance to tell you yet, but I'm in the process of launching a very big project with some successful business partners of mine in the health and wellness profession. And if nothing else, all I need you to do is come see what we're doing, why we're doing it, and just give me your feedback on the concept. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, perfect, because my business partners are going to be there, and they're kind of grading me on this, and so I'm up for a contest, and I really need to get as many people as there so they can give me their feedback, and I can win this contest. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, contests are fun. Yeah, I'd love to help you win a contest.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate that. So here's my address, okay, and I'll text you about the day before just to touch base to make sure that you're still good to go, and I'll see you on Thursday.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Perfect. Thanks. Like, that's it.
Easy peasy.
I'm not giving a presentation. How long was that? She said she had a minute. I told her that's all I had too. That took less than a minute.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
off the phone with her because I don't have a lot of time because I got a list of names, 100 names to go through that I have to call. So I don't have a lot of time. So now I get off the phone with her and I call the next person. Now she's a confirmation. And so right there on the spot, when she comes and she gets the information, she wants to get started. If she tries to tell me she can't do it, I'm going to remind her what I did to get her there.
Right.
I don't know if I can do that. Can you do what I did to get you here? Yes. Okay, great. Then that's all you got to do. Because at her presentation, because I'm her sponsor, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do all the work for her. Meaning all she has to do is welcome everybody, give them samples of the product, have some music playing, introduce me, and I'm going to do all the talking. And the talking that I do consists of the video presentation that we created for our organization. That's it. We press play and get paid.
I love it.
Like if you can press play, you can build this business. And so they see how simple it is, and they're like, I could do this. I can have 5 people at my house and we have some great tasting product and laugh and listen to a little bit of music and watch a 15-minute video or hear a 15-minute presentation. That's nothing. You got to get out of your head. You got to get out of your head, because now guess what's going to happen? Those people that are there on the spot are going to buy product. Either the product that she has on hand, or they're going to go to her website and sign up as a loyal customer. I can get so much more out of a person face-to-face than I can texting, than I can on the phone. That's why I needed to get in front of her as soon as possible, because now she gets to look me in the eye. She gets to shake my hand. She gets to see me and feel me. And people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And if I'm in front of you and we're talking about this business, you getting started. Either you're getting started or you're going to give me a referral. Because if she says no, you know what I want to say? You know what? I thank you so much for coming out. Who do you know that could benefit from what you saw here today? She's going to give me a referral. No different than a hosted post, right? She's going to give me a referral. Now I'm going to take that referral through the exact same process. And when that person wants to get started, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to backdoor back to Brandy. Hey, that referral you sent me, they're ready to get started. Do you want to go ahead and lock in the spot so you can override what we're going to do together? Since they're your referral, I want you to get, this is my way of paying you back for the referral.
That's good.
So now they're both getting started. So now there's some indirect pressure there. Brandy's going to want to build now, because she's going to see Amanda, who she referred to me. She's going to see Amanda rolling, and she's going to be like, well, wait a minute. What are these numbers? Am I this back off? I didn't know. And so I'm going to text her. Hey, girl, have you logged into your back office? Did you feel that? We used to do this all the time to people. Send them a text message and say, did you feel that? And they'll be like, no, what? Girl, just put some volume under you. You didn't feel that?
Oh, I like that. That's good.
So you make it fun, right? When you got 72 hours to get a result for an individual, okay? And so once I get that result for them, they're going to do exactly what I did with them to get them started as well. You got to add the value and show the benefit of getting in front of somebody, and just remind people that they're doing it already anyway. Birthday parties, weddings, cookouts, just because, hangouts, like you always have people coming by or doing something to socialize. That's exactly what it is. And so we teach that, people get it, and guess what? It duplicates so well. It duplicates so well. And the most important part is that the relationship, people come for the money, but they stay for the relationships. And so now, because I've been in your home, and I've, talked to your kids that you had running around the presentation. You were supposed to have them busy doing something, but just running around the presentation. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm putting your kids to work. So your kids are going to sample the guests. Your kids are going to handle the registration table. My daughter, Chandler, listen, she handles everything. Yes, we're wrapping, we're sampling, everything. All the products are there. They're coming to get a full-on experience. It's hard for a person to be negative if they have a positive experience with the product. So we get them hooked on the product first, get them a positive experience. So when I start talking about the comp plan and how to get paid, their guard is down at this point. Because now, how can you be negative? You love the taste of the collagen. You love the taste of the greens on the go. I just wrapped you, girl. Did you see your before and after picture? Now I got your attention. So either you're A, going to join, B, become a loyal, or C, give me a referral. Why? Because it works. And how do you know it works? Because you just experienced it. First time out the gate, on the spot.
Man, I'm ready to go have a party at my house now.
You should. And they're quick. You're in and out, 40 minutes. In and out. They don't take all day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think we get so wrapped up in life and social media that we forget to do the face-to-face meetings. So that was big. I think I'm watching the chat, and I think everyone's taking a lot from that. So I'm glad you That was awesome. I'm glad you shared that.
Awesome.
No, the next question I think kind of plays into what you said. I don't know if there's anything you want to add, but the question was, how do you get your team to see the vision and to work the business every day?
Well, first of all, you have to understand everybody isn't you. And their dreams are not yours. Okay? So while your goal may be presidential, theirs may be just $300 to pay their electricity bill because it's summertime and it's extra hot. Okay? So you have to meet a person where they are. Okay? And do what you can to pull them up. So you meet them where they are and see what it is that they want. This is where communication comes into place. You have to learn how to lead a volunteer army. And you can't do that by forcing people to do things that they're just not there yet. They're not ready there to do. Okay? And so, you know, we lead by example. When you do it first, people see, okay, I want to follow. Now, vision is important because without it, people perish. Our vision is to build an organization that does over $100 million in 3 years. The vision has to be bigger than you. The vision you promote can't be, I want to send my kids to college. They don't care about your kids going to college. They care about their own. So your vision has to be all inclusive. It has to be something that everybody can buy into, and it has to be so big that everybody understands it takes each person in order to get it done. So if you're not clear on what your vision is, pray about it. Ask God to give you that direction. Every time we get a big vision, it's God assigned, it's God ordained. God dropped it in our spirit. This is it. And that's what we know how to do. A couple of years ago, God gave us a vision of build it for your last name. We created a whole movement with that. People were sold out. Man, I'm building for, yes, your last name. They're part of our organization, but they're building for their own last name. We're going to take care of Wilkins. What are you doing for Moses? What are you doing for Jones? Okay, you want to build for your last name? Let me show you what you need to do. You need to book out 4 sip and shares this month. You need to call those people on your list and invite them to your home, invite them to a Zoom. You need to show the plan. You need to do the work. That's what you need to do, because it's not going to just fall out of the sky. This is your last name. This is your family's legacy. You said this is what you want to do, right? Now, if this is just a hobby, if this is just a little hustle for you on the side, then that's okay. Then you just let me know who I'm talking to. But if you are somebody who want to build big, then you need to lock arms with us and let's run. Run your race, but keep up with our pace.
Well, that's good.
Run your race, just keep up with our pace. And a good leader will recognize where you are and let you grow through your process to get to where they see you becoming. Because that's one of the biggest challenges as a leader. You see it bigger than everybody else. You want it better for everybody else, and they want it for themselves. You see so much potential in them. They're so awesome. They're so incredible. They're so all of these things, and they're not moving. They're not executing it. What you got to understand is that you're not dealing with a distributor ID number. You're dealing with a person. And people come with their problems, whether it's health, psychological, emotional, spiritual, financial, marital. I've done so much counseling, like for real. It comes with all of that. So it comes with the whole person. The best part about this profession is the people. The worst part is the people.
Mike and I just talked about that today. That is so true.
Yeah. So pray for God to reveal what the vision, what your vision is, what he wants you to accomplish, and then craft it and really promote it to your organization. Like, they got to hear you speak up, because remember, faith comes by hearing, and hearing over and over again. So you as the leader have to continue to speak life into that vision, whatever it is. And your team, whatever you do, your team is going to do in excess, good or bad. Whatever you do, your team is going to do in excess, good or bad. So create those good habits of talking about your vision over and over again, making it inclusive, sharing those stories, sharing those testimonies. That's going to increase their faith, increase their belief, which is going to increase their activity and ultimately their results.
Okay, that was awesome. That was great. So no, we have 2 last questions that kind of tie into each other.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of give them to you together. One is, how do you recruit quality distributors? And then the second part of it is, how do you get people to look at this like a profession? So I know like people like you and Jarrod and people like Mike, and you know, I've learned too, you know, this is that you guys have done this for so long. This is all you guys know. Mike's never had a job ever. So this is all you guys have ever known. But there are people that we run into that, you know, struggle to get started, or they're like, people don't make money in network marketing. And so how do you get people, A, how do you find the quality people? And B, how do you get the people that are not ready to look at this as a profession to truly treat this like they were, like you go to your job, you're not going to go to your job every day and say, this isn't going to work, I'm not going to make money. But people do sometimes look at this that way.
Gotcha. So first of all, you got to become a quality person. You don't attract who you pretend to be on social media. You attract who you actually are.
That's good.
You can post pretty all day. You actually have to be that at heart, because people will pick up on that. Okay, so become that quality person. Personal development, over and over and over. Saturate yourself day in, day out. Okay, we used to have these, this is when iPods first came out, and we would load the iPod up with nothing but personal development. It was no music on there, 100% personal development. And we would go to bed with the earplugs in our ear. And that's all we would listen to while we're asleep. We're going straight to our subconscious, over and over and over, all day long. No TV, no music, no radio, nothing. 100% personal development for 90 days straight. Did not listen to any kind of music, did not watch any TV whatsoever. Matter of fact, I taped my goals to the TV. In order for me to watch TV, I had to take my goals down.
That's good.
That right here gets you so jacked up mentally. And you will think twice about turning on that TV if your goal isn't met. So become that quality person, number one. Number two, packaging. Package yourself properly with the results that you have. Regardless if you're just getting started today or if you've been in the company for 10 years, everybody in this company is your business partner. So everybody's story in this company is a part of your company. So I will sell Marty's story, I will sell Ashley's story, I will sell Amy's story like they're in my group. I talk about all y'all like y'all in my group. Why? Because you're my business partners. You're my business partners. So we, Jarrod and Porshea, are your business partners. Guys, you know, listen, yes, this business work for professionals. My business partners, Jarrod and Porshea Wilkins, they've been in the profession for 15 years. They came over here and knocked out presidential in 60 days. We attract great professionals. They have an organization full of professionals. They got team members who've been in the profession 30 years that are over here. This company is ready for people just like you. Like, leverage our story, and you got to know how to leverage the stories that are taking place. And we use everybody's story we don't use y'all's story to inspire our group. We use y'all's story to recruit people into the business because they don't know what's happening over here. So become that quality person, package yourself and the stories properly when you're talking to people. And when it comes to people outside of the profession, I worked in corporate America. I started in retail. I was a cash rep worker at Express when I was in high school in College Station, Texas. I worked my way up to management throughout retail Express stores in Houston. And then I got hired on to work at corporate for Victoria's Secret. I was a brand manager managing a $1.4 billion book of business with them. The executive assistant to the CEO of Victoria's Secret is the one who recruited me into network marketing. I walked by her desk. She asked me if I wanted to make some extra money. I said yes. And that was in 2005 for me. My husband was in sales. At 19, he was the #1 sales leader for AT&T in the city of Houston at 19. He had a team of 45 people, many people twice his age at 19. So we know what it's like to be in a career, and because you don't know what really goes on in network marketing, you just package it in something else because maybe they seen a bunch of posts on Facebook and they think it's just some catchy, gimmicky stuff. That matters. It matters what you post. If you look and sound like a sales pitch all day, people are going to continue to put you in that block. They're going to continue to put you in that on that side of it's just one of those things. So now you got to educate people on the profession as a whole. If you look at the numbers, network marketing has created more millionaires than the NFL and NBA. Know your profession. When you know your profession and you're talking to people about it, they're going to respect you. So go online tonight and study the profession of network marketing, just like you studied for your marketing degree at college with that expensive receipt. That's the diploma that you're still paying for. Like, you know, like think about how much time we spend in class. And I mean, do you use algebra today? Really? Trigonometry? Why? Are you serious right now? Biology? Like, we don't use any of that right now. So, but you did the work, you did the studying to earn the degree, whether it's a GED or MBA, whatever it is, or maybe you got a PhD, a public high school diploma, just like my husband. Okay? Doesn't matter, right? But if you, that's the problem. The reason why they don't respect the profession and they're not respecting what you're saying is because they know the barrier to entry into this profession is so low. $99 to get started. If they boost their pack, maybe $300-400. What do you know that nobody looks at a business and think $400, I'm gonna join and become a millionaire. For $99, I'm gonna join and become a millionaire. They're gonna laugh. They laugh, right? They don't take it serious. But if you told them I invested $99,000, then they're, oh, it's a real business. It's education. They don't understand. They don't understand the power of leverage. They don't understand that, okay, yeah, you got a traditional business. Maybe I got friends right now. They got a hair salon and they own a car dealership. Their overhead is $500,000 a month. That's the overhead. Every month, $500,000 got to come out the bank. My overhead is, how much do we spend? I don't even look. That's how minimal I think it's like $130 or something like that. Cause my mama's a lawyer, which we pay for. So hers come here. That's probably less than $200. We've done well over $1 million in sales since we've been here. Where else are you going to go where you invest $99 and you have the opportunity to earn over $1 million? Where else? Nowhere else. And the reason why people are saying it, they're just repeating what they heard. My husband shares all the time in his story, his dad, when he first asked his dad about network marketing, his daddy told him it was a pyramid scheme. His dad is an attorney, so is his mother. His mom is from Nigeria, his dad is from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. They met in law school. And so as attorneys, they're very analytical. Roll Tide. They're very analytical. And so they're like, no, don't join those things. It's a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. Well, gratefully, my husband then listened to his dad, and he decided to look at for himself and get to know the profession and be like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that this dude standing in front of a room who's snag-a-tooth in this baggy suit is earning $10,000 a month? Man, I'm gonna kill this business. Like, but I mean, you gotta think about it. That's what happens. There's no credit check. There's no background check. There's no kind of check whatsoever. You can literally just join as you are and become a greater person. And so knowing the testimonials, knowing how to package it when you're talking to those people helps them understand that, because they don't know. They're not, network marketing isn't taught in school. People are conditioned to go to school, get jobs. They're not conditioned to be entrepreneurs. They're conditioned to be business owners in a traditional sense, going into debt, taking out second and third mortgages on your home to keep your business afloat kind of stuff. They're used to that. They don't know the value that this profession provides. Literally, your check grows to the extent that you do. It doesn't matter how many hours a week they work at their job. And these are some of the things you need to be sharing with them. Like, what do you need to do to earn an extra $5,000 for the year at your job? What will it take for you to do that? For most people, it's not even an option.
Right.
I remember working 50, 60 hours a week and I got a 25-cent raise for the year. And but again, education. You got to educate yourself. You have to know these things and speak about these things when you're talking to people who have experience. You got to make it make sense to them. You mean to tell me that if you working 60 plus hours a week, you've missed everything that your child has had at school, you're stressed out, you're on medication, you've gained weight, you're going through all this stuff for a quarter? Really?
Girl.
And I'm telling you over here, I have a profession that has created more millionaires than the NFL and NBA combined. I got this person and that person in their 20s that are earning. We got we're the tax bracket of a brain surgeon with the school hours of a substitute teacher. Our work hours are that of a substitute teacher, but we get paid like a brain surgeon with no degree. Tell me what about your job? Tell me what about network marketing being a pyramid scheme? Ma'am, it sounds like you getting scammed. How much do you owe in student loans? 100,000. That sounds good to a stupid person. That sounds real smart to somebody. Yeah, that sounds real commendable to somebody that doesn't know any better. What's your plan to pay that off? The quarter you get next year for your raise? Like, you can't be afraid to tell people the truth. They know this stuff already. So it's not disrespectful. They know this stuff already. They're just posturing with you because they don't understand what it is that we do. So now you just got to educate them and draw that parallel. I guarantee you they won't be able to sleep good that night. I guarantee you they won't. They're going to dream all day. You know what? I am in a rat race. I am in a pyramid. Why do you think they call it a glass ceiling? You can see the top, sweetheart, but you're not getting there. You are programmed to work your way to the middle. In this profession, you can get started next year. The company's Networks has been around for 18 years. I forget the young lady's name, but she got started and in 2 years, number 2. What, just shot straight up to the top. You can do what you want here. And once you paint that picture for people and you make it plain like that with truth, they have no choice but to, even if they don't join, they're going to respect what you do. Now, after you get off that call, after you walk away from that conversation, you feel like a qualified person. You feel like a professional because talking to them is therapeutic for you. All you're doing is validating to yourself and affirming yourself and what it is that you're doing. Even if they don't join, thank you so much. You were great practice.
I want to drop a mic and just end right there. I mean, come on, girl. My group chat with the leaders from this group is blowing up. They are some of them are saying they want to sign up again after listening to you. They want to join again.
Right. That's the truth, though. Again, that's the whole point.
Yes.
of doing it this way. That's the entire point. It ain't even about them joining. It's about you recruiting you again every day.
I love it.
It's about you re-sponsoring you, re-recruiting you every single day, every day. And that's how you do it.
I think that's the best thing about this. And for, people who say that the one question, how do you get people to view this as a profession? One of the biggest things that I try to focus on is, people want to say pyramid and all that and whatever. If your team doesn't make money and hit their goals, you don't. And that's the most beautiful thing about this business is that you're truly helping people reach their goals. And you can't just, you go sit in an office, you're not helping people reach their goals. So
it's linear income. You work, you get paid. You work, you get paid. Over here, you got leverage income. I don't need permission to take off to go take care of my sick child. If you're talking to somebody that has kids, ask them, what process do you have to take at your job to get off to take care of your child if for whatever reason they get sick?
And that's a beautiful, I'm going to share a real quick story and then we'll wrap this up and let Porshea get out of here. Mike's sister-in-law, Karen, Mike's brother died of pancreatic cancer 6 years ago. And they've been in network marketing and through his whole battle with cancer. And then she was diagnosed with cancer because of network marketing. They didn't have to worry about taking time off work. They didn't have to worry about getting fired from their jobs. They didn't have to worry about any of that because of the business. And this business kept working even when they were trying to focus on their health and just keeping him alive. And now 6 years later, after he died, her business is, I think she's made over 2 million in 6 years since he died. Grieving and dealing with life, that is the beauty of the business. That is, you know, our end game. That is why we're all here, is to have that kind of freedom. So Porshea, you are amazing as always. I love you. I'm so proud to call you my friend. And I thank you on behalf of all the leaders and all the different teams on here. We thank you for doing this for us.
Absolutely. Whatever you guys need, we're always here to serve, always here to help. We absolutely love this, and you know, just being a blessing. God rewards giving.
He sure does. One team, one mission. That's why I love this company. All right, you're getting all kinds of thank yous in the chat. This is recorded. Mike's texting me from downstairs. We gotta go. So right
bye, y'all.
Bye.